Hello, I'm Harry and welcome to the channel. This channel is for those of you who wish to be happier, more successful and more fulfilled in your lives. Today's video is about why I chose not to study medicine. This video is not just relevant for those of you who are looking into studying medicine. It's useful for anyone who's exploring career opportunities, and you can learn from some of the mistakes I made, but also some of the experiences that I had to help inform your decisions. The career you choose is hugely important, and I don't think we often pay as much attention to this choice as we should. It's normal to feel confused and not know what you wish to do. That's absolutely understandable, and it's actually logical because you're making a choice that's going to influence the rest of your life, and most likely the youngest and most immature you'll be ever. So I feel like this video and this series of videos will be useful for anyone who's either looking at other career avenues or just a young person who's looking to make their mind up about what they want to do. When I was 15, I was extremely passionate about studying medicine and becoming a doctor. I would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning before school to do some extra studying, go to school, come back, have a power nap, have some food, and then crack on again with the studying. I was super motivated. When I look back, I was more motivated by the idea of becoming a doctor as opposed to the reality of being a doctor. Here we move on to perception versus reality. My perception of being a doctor was informed by TVs, movies, my own experiences with medicine in terms of breaking my wrist and breaking my other wrist and breaking my ankle, etc. Through sports activities. But it was mostly informed from TV and movies and the adulation that these doctors received from their peers and people around them. And one such show that some of you may be aware of and some of you might not is Lost. Dr. Jack Shephard, you naughty boy. Dr. Jack Shephard from Lost was a troubled soul, but he was a hero, and he could save people's lives again and again and again. And it was extremely attractive to be someone like him. No, you wouldn't want to be like Sawyer, would you? No. Too good looking. And then we move on to reality. Unfortunately, when I was 15, I only had my perception of being a doctor as opposed to the realistic picture. So it was up to my mentor, my older brother, who's about 3.5 years older than me, to help guide me to getting a realistic picture of what medicine actually involved. The importance of mentors. They can come in all shapes and sizes, all ages, and you can learn anything from anyone in reality. However, having a mentor is someone that you look up to and someone that you can learn from, and someone that you should really listen to as much as you can, especially in your formative years. So my brother/mentor kindly set up work experiences for me within the fields of medicine and dentistry. He was in fact studying dentistry at the time, so he's a little bit biased towards dentistry. I did not want to do the dentistry work experience. I was like, my heart, my brain, everything, my passion is studying medicine. Why on earth would I want to go into the dental hospital, which is about a 5-minute walk from the actual hospital, and do some work experience there? I don't want to. These are the times when you realise that you're young, and you should be listening sometimes to people who are a little bit older than you. Not always, but sometimes. Long story short, I ended up listening to my brother and going to the medical work experience and the dental work experience, both of which he helped me arrange. The importance of work experience. It's massively important to have work experience in the environment that you will be working in. And this is the only way, in reality, that you're going to get that picture of what the job actually entails and move you from that perception to the reality. For you to make a decision that's going to impact the rest of your life, it is super important to be as informed as possible. So if there's one takeaway from this video, get some work experience, do your due diligence, do the work, and find out if a career is actually for you, or if it's just a thought, an idea of it that's for you. I went to the medical work experience and I hated it. I hated the environment. I hated the feeling I got when I walked in there. I'm not saying everyone will. I'm not saying everyone will hate that environment, but I hated it. I hated everything about it. The highlight of my medical work experience was watching a live brain tumour removal. Now, it was fantastic to watch because I was expecting there to be a lot of finesse involved. I was not expecting the surgeon to be doing this, trying to tug the brain tumour out. Now, maybe I'm remembering that wrong, but nevertheless, that's what I remember. Then the dental work experience. Now, I had my expectations set really low for dentistry So that helped. But when I went into that dental experience and different departments within dentistry, I got the shock. I got a really good shock in terms of I really enjoyed that experience, that week there among different departments. And I got to see a lot of variation within dentistry that I had no idea was there before. This is it. We can think we know something about a career, but in reality, if we're honest with ourselves, we don't know anything. And that goes across the board. I mean, to this day, I don't know what the different types of engineers do. But this stuff is really important, because if you know what a job is and what it entails and what skills you'd need to be good at it, then you'll be able to figure out whether it would be a career option for you. Those of you who've seen my YouTube banner will know that I'm a dentist. Okay, so I ended up applying to dentistry and have been successful. I went to that very same dental hospital to study, where I went to do my work experience. I must say, I love my job. But another thing I want to get clear is that that's a job for me. That's a job that I love, that suits my characteristics. It may not be a job for you. And likewise, many medics out there, many doctors might love their jobs. Essentially, each person should look at their character traits, look at the job that they're applying to, and figure out whether it fits them correctly and whether they can see themselves doing that job for the rest of their life. An important point here, when you're looking at a job, a good thing to look at is progression. Progression in terms of, is there anything else that I can do within that field? Could I do extra training? Could I vary my workday as a result of that? Could I vary my income as a result of that? One example for me in my personal life was learning how to do dental implant placements, and that allowed a lot of variation in my day and freshened up the career for me after a few years. So that's something you want to look at within any field that you go into. Is there diversity? Take care over big decisions, and your career choice is a massive decision. Use your noggin, plan things out, pros and cons, look at your character, and work out whether a career is correct for you, and then actually experience it for real if you can, and that will inform your decisions better and lead to you living a happier life. So if you like the video, subscribe. I'll be posting videos twice a week, probably on a Tuesday and a Friday kind of format, maybe seeping into the weekend a little bit. The next video I'm going to do is about easy hard work and why that's important and what that is. I hope you enjoyed the video and that it was informative. Please leave a comment below if you'd like any further interaction or me to cover any topics aside from the one I've covered today or that I'm covering next time. Thanks for your time.